Are you thinking of buying a house? Are you afraid of the process? Join me and get over your fear. Hey everyone! Today I wanted to talk to you about issues when you're thinking of purchasing a home. I was talking to a friend of mine this morning, and a couple of actually years ago, we were looking for him to purchase a place. And today when we were talking about that and we were having the conversation about that experience, he was mentioning how he was just paralyzed by fear, because once we did an inspection, the whole fear of all the repairs that the house needed got him just completely paralyzed. And so I wanted to talk to you about these issues that we all go through when we are looking into purchasing a home. The first one being fear, fear of you're going to lose all your money if you're putting it into a house. What if the house depreciates? What if you can't afford it? What if it's the wrong location? What if you need to move and you can't sell the place? What if you lose your job and you can't pay your mortgage? All of these fears. And the answer is, you know what? It's a big purchase. It is probably the biggest purchase that you're ever going to make in your lifetime. So of course it's scary. But the good news is real estate is one of the safest investments out there. So think of it this way. When you are investing in real estate, you are actually getting a piece of the dirt. And the dirt is never going to go away. If you put your money into just stocks and bonds, the company may go out of business and your stock is worthless. If you put your money into gold, you could lose it. I've bought many gold coins before, and for the most part, I don't know half of where those gold coins are. But when you buy real estate, you actually get the piece of dirt. You're not going to lose. You're not going to lose it. It's not going to disappear unless there is, something catastrophic like a mudslide that's going to wash away your house, or an act of war that's going to destroy your house, or earthquake, or any of that. But all of those, for the most part, are manageable. So I would say, think of it this way. Anybody needs a shelter over their head. So if you have your money in real estate, that means you have a shelter over your head. Or if you're buying it for investment purposes, there's always going to be somebody who needs to live in a house. So you're not going to have the place sit empty. So that's one of those fears that if you have it, just think of the alternative. If you are renting, you don't have the assurance that the rent stays the same, whereas when you buy, you lock in the amount of money that you pay for that house for the rest of your life. So the money is, the rent amount keeps going up, whereas the mortgage amount, if you get a 30-year fixed mortgage, then it stays the same. So you basically are getting yourself into a rent control situation that's safe, and then you get this piece of your expenses, monthly expenses, taken care of, because now you've got it fixed. So don't get paralyzed by the fear. Think of the advantages. Repairs. Every house for the most part is, more than, unless it's a brand new house, it's lived in for a while. And if it stood the test of time, then repairs are just something that you deal with. We have to take care of ourselves. If you don't take care of yourself, you fall apart. You don't go to the doctor when you're sick. You don't eat good food on a regular basis. You get sick. Let's say you break a foot, if you don't go to the doctor and make sure that you fix it, then it's never going to heal. It's the same with the property. If a property needs repairs, you got to get them done. And for the most part, it's routine maintenance. If you're taking care of routine maintenance, then you're not going to have bigger issues come up. So again, repairs are just think of it as a part of life. If you're buying a house or if you own a house, you just have to take care of it just as much as you take care of yourself, your children, your car, any of those. A house is the same. Think of it as a living thing. It needs to get the love, and if you give it the love, you never have to be afraid. You never have to worry. A loan. You know, a lot of people, when you have to buy a house, you have to get a loan. Unless you're so well off that you can pay for it in cash, you need to get a loan. And the process of getting a loan is scary. It's time consuming. It's frustrating. But think of it, at the end of the tunnel, you get this huge reward. You get a beautiful place that is your own. So you just have to go through the process and come out the other end a winner. And down payment. Down payment. Some people have, the perception that you need to have 50% down payment. You need to have 25% down payment. You need to have 20% down payment. Well, sometimes you can get into a house with as low as 3.5% down. You can sometimes get into a house with 5% down. So rather than be paralyzed by fear, pick up the phone and call a lender, or call one of us realtors who has a lender to suggest. If you're in San Diego, we'd love to work with you. If you're in another state, we still love to work with you because we have a network of great realtors and lenders that we work with. So just let us know and we can help. And of course, location. Location is important. Every time you buy a house, location. But make sure the location is right for you, both in terms of your lifestyle and the place that you work and everything that you need. And multiple offers. If you are in California, or actually these days anywhere in the country, there is more demand than there is supply. Naturally, that means that every house is going to have multiple offers, and that's just a fact of life. If a house is priced well, they're going to have multiple offers, and that's okay. Don't get scared. It's just the process. But what I tell my clients usually is, don't start measuring for your furniture until you get an accepted offer. Think of it this way. You're just going shopping and you're window shopping. Don't get attached to one single property until you have an accepted offer. Until then, keep your tape measure in your pocket and keep going through and looking at all these homes. Don't start dreaming until you get that signed contract. That's when you can get excited. And if you go with this motto, then you will not be disappointed and you will not be upset if you are putting offers and somebody else ends up getting the house. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope this information is helpful for you, and if you have any questions or comments, please write them below. We always appreciate your comments. Take care.